Okay, hello. Here's another devlog. See how I'm progressing. So I've been working a lot on furniture for my house. It's pretty much finished now. So I've gone into Blender. I spent a few days just making furniture basically for my house. Yeah, it was quite the experience. I learned a lot about Blender. I learned a lot about UVs and textures, and I'm really getting comfortable now with Blender a lot. So these are all the furniture and stuff. Yeah. And this, I found a really good website for textures and stuff to make this lace. Really cool. And yeah, so I found these tapestries online, and they're sort of free open source tapestries. But everything else is pretty much just textures that and materials that I found on various free websites you can get. And yeah, nothing else colliders yet actually. I'm doing that just now. Yeah, just playing The Sims for a while and decking out the house so that it looks like it's lived in, and it's yeah, it's going to be really good, I think. I still probably made these rooms a little bit too big, because I really don't need all this space, and I've had to sort of try to fill it all up, and it's actually made it a lot harder, which is unfortunate, but I think it's okay. So yeah, making all these models in Blender was a real new challenge, and I enjoyed it, and I learned a lot. I also made these paintings. So the plan is, from my last game, I had these characters. This game is a sort of tie-in to my last game a little bit. Well, I wouldn't call it a tie-in, but it's they're returning characters from my last game. So one of these characters, one of the characters that I did painting for, which I really enjoyed doing. I intend for all of these paintings to be different characters from that game that you collect throughout the game and fill up the house. But yeah, so that's the furniture situation, pretty much done. I also decided to add another island over there. One more island. Firstly, to make the jumping a little bit more exciting. Let's show you that. Right. Yeah, so I decided that I needed to make you need to make the platforming a little bit more challenging, and to do that, one of the ways is to sort of limit the height which you can jump at. So you can see, because I'm under this rock, it's going to make it a little bit more difficult to jump, and if I just jump all the way, I'm going to hit the ceiling, and it's going to stop my jump. So you've got to do like a half jump or something, right? See if I can do it. So you've got to, like in Jump King, where you have different sort of levels of jumps, right? Well, that was close, but there you go. You can see it can be quite difficult then if you've got different sort of levels of jumping that you've got to do. And I also, so I've got to think a little bit more about the level design, how I'm going to organize my islands so that happens a lot more, and the jumping is a little bit more difficult and tricky. But there should probably only be a few places like that are super difficult, because that is quite annoying if you fall down after making that sort of mistake. Also, I have decided to make this sort of a lake island. I'm hoping to do sort of a waterfall like this, and I'm gonna fill it full of like sedges and rushes and bulrushes and reeds, obviously grass as well. But my main, I want to like have geese and ducks floating on the water. I think it'll be a lot of fun. That's why I wanted to do this island, and I also want to have the waterfalls come down. But it's a bit tricky, a little bit tricky. So my solution at the moment is to, I've got 3 meshes here, 3 plain meshes. And they're sort of tied in together. However, you see there's problems with it. I can see the bottom of that. I can see through it and see the bottom of it. So I've got to think about that a little bit more. And also it doesn't look correct, you know, the flowing isn't, you know, it's only flowing at the end here, where it's not how it would look like in real life, unfortunately. But I don't have this is all like a shader code situation, and I don't really have the skills to be able to fix this, I don't think, unfortunately. I can fix the back culling of this relatively easy, but yeah, it's quite difficult to do that sort of thing. And there's no comprehensive really good water shader, because it's even something I would buy potentially if there was something really good water shader out there for Godot, but there really isn't, unfortunately. But hopefully I can get something sorted out. Looks relatively okay. I'll probably just end up using particle effects to make it look like a waterfall, hopefully. But yeah, all right, that's my update for today, and thanks for watching.